Hey everyone, Monique here. This is part two. I don't really want to do the big introduction that I did in part one on Vanderpump Rules. This is all about those real housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, I was led to watch Vanderpump Rules, and then I got hooked in to Lisa Vanderpump and her Virgoan get up and go. I love that Virgoan get up and go, and her class and her style of service and all of that. So I got hooked into this show, but I did intuitively get led to watch Vanderpump Rules due to the astrology and seeing how Pluto's casting couch is all over both of these shows. And Lisa Vanderpump headed the Vanderpump Rules, obviously, and she was also Queen Bee in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I can see how she let it go. I can see how after, many, many years she let it go. Now, we discussed the signs of the cast of Vanderpump Rules, and now we're going to go through the cast of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, you guys know so much more about this than I do. I'm not a reality TV show fan, but these two got me in because of the astrology. And this is all a lesson to learn more about astrology by watching what's going on in our lives. And many people are into reality television. And a lot of the younger people are. So I'm just showing you a way that you can tune your intuition and learn astrology for yourself in action rather than just out of books, textbooks. All right. So we're starting with Lisa Vanderpump, 15th of September. So we said in the previous video that she had the trine. Her natal sun, 15th of September, was trined by Pluto from 2008 until last year now. All right. So she used the energy of the trine. She was elevated with the energy of the trine. She did have a loss. She did lose her brother. That Pluto was active there, which gave her more awareness of suicide prevention for sure. All right. Next on the list is Kyle Richards. And I love Kyle. I was really loving to watch the transformation of Kyle Richards. She's the 11th of January, master number, and she transformed from in the beginning. She was very much people pleasing Lisa and the others, and look where she is at now. No judgment on anything she's doing now, but wow, look at the transformation from that Pluto conjunct her natal sun. And her husband Mo, he's a Cancer, so he had the Pluto opposition. She had the Pluto conjunct Mars in her Pluto conjunct her natal sun, so she came into her power and was opposing Mo's. Pluto was opposing Mo's natal sun. All right. Her sister, Kim Richards, another Virgo, who got sober, used the trine to level up. All right. Camille, another Virgo. Right. The earlier shows, you could see the Virgos, how when the others got a bit crazy that are going through the Pluto challenging aspects, you could see the Virgos were about that sort of energy, and they dropped out of the show. Well, may not be for that reason, but that's what I observed. So already we've got 3 Virgos, a Capricorn and a Cancer. Brandy Glanville. Brandy's a Scorpio, can't you tell? And she's the 16th, a 7. We discussed the 7 in the previous video, that illusion, delusion, Neptunian. Whoa, it's also, the 7s have got to watch out for alcohol, because spirituality and the spirits don't always go together. And number 7 is seen as a spiritual number. So that's Brandy, 16th of November. She's ruled by Pluto. So look at her throwing her energy all around at these women. There, have that, have that, have that. There's a Pluto blow. Yeah, so that was Brandy. She was entertaining. Eileen is the 15th of June. She was lovely. She had a real Cancer energy to her, Eileen. However, you could see the Gemini. You could see it, and Nelly did a head in. It really did. Teddy, another Cancer, 1st of July. She had Pluto opposing her natal Sun early in the piece, Teddy. And now Denise Richards, she's the 17th of February Aquarian. Let's throw an Aquarian in there for chaos. She's the same date as Kristen Dout. Sorry, guys, I'm not all in this social media of all of this stuff. I mean, this has been banging on for over a decade now, and I'm only just seeing all the seasons towards the end of last year, right? So I'm a little slow with all of this. But it's not about that. It's not about all of that. It's about observing the sun signs of these reality TV cast members that hook so many of us in, right? So Denise, very similar energy to Kristen. They're the same birthday. So they've got Pluto coming. They've got Pluto coming. So let's see, you know, not in a nasty way, but, you know, they will step into their power. And Denise, I really think that needs to happen for her. Yolanda, another Capricorn. Yolanda had the conjunction of Pluto to her natal sun. She went through that sickness, the weakness, loss, right? You could very much, you know, I was very compassionate for Yolanda. And she's a master number, the 11th of January, like Kyle, master number. Lisa Rinna, master number, 11th of July. So Lisa, a Cancer. So she had the natal sun opposing, Pluto opposing her natal sun. And towards the end, she lost her mother. And that was sort of the end of what we saw of Lisa in The Real Housewives. Adriana Malouf, another Virgo. Can you see how the show started off with these trines of the Pluto to the Virgo suns, and then there was all this Cancer and Capricorn energy all mixed up with that Virgo energy. All right, so there was the stability of the trine from Pluto to the Virgo cast members, and then we've got the conjunction of Pluto to the Capricorns and the opposition to the Cancers. And that's what everybody was watching for over the last decade. Now, some of the later cast members that have come in, Dorrit Kemsley, another Cancer. She's the 14th of July. And that 1 and 4 is a 5. I love that because 14th day borns are very articulate and they're very good writers. And she expresses herself similar to a Gemini, Dorrit, but she's a Cancer. She's a big softie inside. You can see her nurturing her children, her mothering. All right. Erica, another Cancer. She's the 10th of July. Okay, and we saw all of her drama play out with Pluto opposing her natal sun. She's the 10th. She's a strong Cancer. 1. She's a 1-day number, right? Yeah, you don't muck around with Erica. Okay, but a Cancer inside, all soft and nurturing. Next one, Garcelle. Now, I thought Garcelle was a Scorpio, but she's not. She's a Sag, but she's the 26-day number. So that 8, I have spoken about the 8. It is karmic. There is always going, if you're an 8-day number, there's going to be something that you're going to have to get through. Okay, something karmic that is very uncomfortable. And usually with the 26th born, it is relationship, a marriage. So if you're born on the 26th, the first marriage doesn't work out. That's quite common, born on the 26th. So she's 26th of November in Sag. I find Sag is very powerful, you know, and she's kicking goals. She's actually younger than me, Garcelle, and look what she's done with her life. Just wonderful. Sutton, love the Sutton. She's another Virgo. She's the 20th September, so she's on that cusp of the Libra, and you can see that Libra energy seeping in about relationships and keeping everybody happy and peaceful. But also the 20th is a 2-day number. They're sensitive, okay, and they go along with the number 1. Crystal Kling Minkoff, Aquarian, 4th of February. And 8 and 4s, they bang up against each other, right? They bang up against each other. So 8 and 4s, you know, if you want some drama, throw those 2 in there together. So she will have Pluto conjuncting her natal sun in this next 20 years of Pluto ingressing into Aquarius. Anne-Marie. Now, Anne-Marie, before she came to the show, had Pluto squaring her natal sun. So she's the 10th of October. I thought she was an Aries. So I'm not, we might have to confirm that 10th of October, because I actually originally thought she was an Aries. But either way, she has had Pluto squaring her natal sun. So what do we got here? We've got Capricorns. We've got heaps of Cancers, like Vanderpump Rules. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has got Cancers. And who would have thought there must be Leo energy in there with these Cancers, because they're front and center, they're on stage. Okay, but we still can tell that nurturing, that mothering quality. Yep, we've got lots of Virgos, Capricorns, and Cancers, and just, you know, one Libra in there, like the other show, and a couple of Aquarians in there, you know, to spice it up and keep it interesting. I think I've left, you know, one or two out, but I don't sort of, when I looked at them, they weren't in this in the show just for one season or what have you, and didn't cause too much trouble, I guess. Drama. So that's interesting, isn't it, everybody? You go and have a look at your own reality TV shows and make a video and just show us what you've come across and what signs you know, are common. But let's see now into the future how many Aquarians we see, and Leos and Tauruses and Scorpios that we see coming to entertain us with their dramatic, challenging aspect to their natal chart from Pluto. All right, so that's my fun videos. I don't know how you guys are going to receive it. Share it if you've got fans, if you know fans of these two shows. I just look at life through the lens of an astrologer, numerologist, and spiritual warrior. So that's how I look at life, is through those lenses, and the rest of it is not so interesting to me if it's too superficial. All right, so those two shows may have looked superficial, but dig deep, they're not. We were watching Pluto's casting couch here for sure. It almost makes you wonder whether there's an astrologer behind these castings. Yeah, I wonder. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a wonderful Pisces season, and if you're watching this later, join my channel, please. If you're learning astrology, I don't go too deeply into the text for you. I try to keep it understandable and all about the energy. All right, love you, thank you, and I'll see you again.